Brave Warrior Hesman, Episode 3, The Disguised Serpent. After defeating the bat demon monster, Kieft and his friends helped the people of Arus rebuild everything that had been destroyed by the Doom forces. Strange was ordered to return to the Garrison Galaxy, bringing with him valuable archaeological works. Kieft and the other three assisted Princess Laura in construction and defense. Dear Princess Laura, I believe the Doom won't forget this grudge. They might attack us again, so we must be ready at all times. I've thought about it, and I can take Strange's place to bring the Hesman robot back to normal. All right then, starting tomorrow, the princess will begin training with Blaine. The next morning, I was fully prepared. Kieft ordered the princess to pilot a lion robot into the sky. On the other side of the cliff, Blaine also launched another lion robot to intercept. Blaine's voice rang out over the radio. Training session begins. Princess, go ahead and attack me. Princess Laura pressed the attack button. 2 laser beams fired straight at Blaine's lion robot, but he dodged them just in time. Well done, Princess. Keep attacking. All right, Blaine, get ready to take this. Both sides launched fierce attacks in the sky, evenly matched with no clear winner. On the ground, everyone watched the training session with tense anticipation. Well done. The princess can definitely replace Strange in piloting the robot. At that moment in the sky, Blaine warned, "Be careful, Princess. I'm launching my decisive move." He pressed a button, releasing a rapidly spinning steel blade. Still unfamiliar with defense maneuvers, the princess couldn't dodge in time. Her lion robot was hit, spinning wildly in the air. Whoosh! Princess Laura lost control and was thrown around inside the cockpit. This is bad! The princess is in trouble! Kieft and his friends hurriedly jumped into the nearby lion robots. Then all 3 soared into the sky to carry out the rescue. Blaine also rushed up to save the princess. Suddenly, a strange spaceship appeared from above. It shone a beam of light that caught the princess's robot, preventing it from crashing into pieces. Huh? Who could that be? The strange spaceship slowly lifted the princess's robot, gently lowering it to the ground. Then, the spaceship itself descended. Kieft and his friends landed as well, opened their hatches, and stepped outside. Then the nanny rushed into the princess's robot with her. Oh no, Princess, are you all right? I'm fine, just a little dizzy, that's all. The door of the strange spaceship opened, and a stranger stepped out. He was a handsome young man with silver hair. Greetings, Princess Laura. Are you unharmed? Thank you for saving my life. Who are you? I'm Cora, just traveling here from the planet Halley. Blaine jumped out of the robot and shouted loudly. Liar! The Halley galaxy is too far from here. You can't just take a stroll all the way like that. Hey, buddy, you've just insulted my honor. Blaine stepped forward and replied, Is that so? Recently, the only nearby planet is Doom. You're insulting my honor again. Do you really think I'm anything like those monsters from Doom? That was just a guess. What do you want then? When someone's honor is insulted, there's only one way to settle it. A duel. I'm ready. Seeing this, the princess quickly shouted, Stop! Please, don't fight. After all, both of you are my saviors. That won't work. According to the custom of my people, this is the only way. Ready, my friend? Let's begin. Blaine smirked and took his stance. Cora wasn't easy either. He planted his feet firmly in a defensive position. Take this, my friend. Blaine charged forward with a fierce attack. But Cora still proved to everyone that he wasn't someone who could be easily intimidated. Blaine stubbornly charged again. Cora changed tactics, his eyes flashing with a hypnotic light aimed at his opponent. Then he rushed in, launching a flurry of attacks on Blaine. Ha! In just a moment, Blaine was knocked to the ground. Well, my friend, do you still think I was lying? Cora turned to the princess. Now that my honor has been restored, farewell, princess. Wait, at least stay so I can repay your kindness. He doesn't seem like an ordinary person. There's something strange about him. Cora nodded in agreement. That night, the princess held a banquet to thank her savior. Blaine, however, remained puzzled. Who is he really? Could he be one of the Doom? The royal nanny, meanwhile, was all smiles around Cora, thinking he was a perfect match for the princess. Hey, sit properly so others can have room too. Sir Cora, please eat. This is roast goose. It's delicious. Just because he's handsome, she starts flirting right away. So annoying. The royal nanny was furious with Blaine, so as she walked by, she kept her nose up in the air. But unexpectedly, she tripped over Blaine's foot and fell flat on the floor. Ouch! Oh no, that hurts. No one knew that. At that very moment, in the Doom Fortress, their leader was laughing with delight. Ha ha ha! The first part of my plan is complete. Cora has already captured Princess Laura's heart. Ha ha, our leader is truly brilliant. Now that Cora has infiltrated the castle, destroying the Hesman robot will be a simple task. At that moment, on planet Eris, night had fallen. Everyone was fast asleep, unaware of the danger creeping through the darkness. Glowing dots moved silently in the shadows. They were the gleaming eyes of a pack of cobra snakes slithering toward Blaine's bedroom. Blaine was always cautious, so he immediately sensed something unusual in the night. Strange. Where did that snake come from? He thought it was just one, but suddenly an entire swarm of cobras lunged at him. Ah! Cobras! Blaine didn't panic. He fought back with all his strength. But there were too many, so he had no choice but to fling the door open and run out of the room. Snakes! Snakes! The others had just woken up. What's going on, Blaine? Before Blaine could answer, the swarm of snakes had already lunged at everyone. So they all had to fight back with all their strength. In just a short while, the entire swarm of snakes was wiped out. Not a single one survived. Strange, where could so many snakes have come from? I have no idea either. Let's just get some sleep. We'll figure it out tomorrow. The next morning, what's odd is that there have never been snakes in this area before. They couldn't have fallen from the sky, right? This is really strange. Who could have brought the snakes in here? Cora joined the conversation to back up the theory. Maybe the Doom brought them in earlier? Just then, the princess walked in. Cora, why don't you stay with us? With you here, we'll have another ally to fight against the Doom. If that's your wish, princess, I'm ready. The princess turned to Kieft. Is that all right with you, Kieft? Before he could answer, she handed the robot's key to Cora. You can take my place and pilot it. Blaine grew angry and thought to himself, why is the princess trusting a stranger so easily? Cora's eyes suddenly lit up as he held the robot's key in his hand. Blaine glanced over and noticed something moving inside Cora's sleeve. He quickly drew his gun and shouted, Princess, watch out, snakes! Before Cora could react, Blaine fired. Bang! The bullet tore through the sleeve, ripping the fabric wide open, and snakes came wreathing out. See that, everyone? It's him. He planned to kill us. But Cora was quick. He grabbed the princess and used her as a human shield. Ha ha, too late now, all of you? Cora pressed the snake to the princess's face and said, Now you all have to follow my orders. Otherwise, this snake won't spare her. Oh no, quickly, take me to the lion robot. If not, heh. Fearing for the princess's life, the general reluctantly pressed the button to open the elevator door. Cora led the princess inside, under the astonished eyes of everyone. Blaine was still fuming with anger. I knew it. No wonder his name is Cora. It means cobra. And the princess even trusted him enough to give him the key, he added. Kieft said, What are we waiting for? Let's get into the robots now. He's already stolen one. With that, everyone jumped into the elevator and headed to their respective robots. At that moment, in the Doom Castle, the leader, who had been monitoring everything closely, knew exactly what was happening. Ha! Excellent! Everything is going just as I planned. You bring the combat fleet to support Cora immediately. The commander received the order and went out to deploy the troops. Soon after, he led a powerful air fleet heading straight toward Aris. Meanwhile, in Aris, Cora had already brought the princess into the lion robot's cockpit. He shoved her to the ground and walked over to the control panel. Cora had no idea that a little mouse had been secretly following the princess all along. Squeak, squeak. Wake up, Laura. How does this cursed machine work? Cora fiddled with the controls at random, and suddenly a signal appeared on the screen. A strange face showed up. It was the king, Laura's father. Hey, you thief! You'll never be able to control my robot. Princess, wake up! Princess Laura slowly opened her eyes and sat up. Who is that? That voice, it sounds like my father. Cora immediately turned around. So you're awake, huh? He grabbed her by the arms and dragged her to the control panel. If you want to live, start up the robot now. Otherwise, don't blame me for what happens next. Under his pressure, the princess had no choice but to obey. She began activating the machine. The green lion robot roared to life and shot into the sky. At the same time, Kieft and the others arrived in their 4 lion robots. There's Cora! Let's attack! Kieft gave the order. Everyone, be careful. We're attacking to force it to land, not to destroy it. We still need to combine into the Hesman robot. We understand. Go ahead and give the attack command. Kieft ordered, and the 4 lion robots simultaneously fired energy beams to block the path of the robot carrying Korra and the princess. Korra shouted, "Attack them now! Do you want to die?" "But Korra, how can I attack my own friends?" A terrifying gleam flashed in Korra's eyes. "I said attack now! Do you hear me?" "But who are you really?" Korra laughed arrogantly. "You want to know who I am?" Ha ha ha! His face slowly began to change and distort. Ha ha ha! Then, little by little, his form began to shift, transforming into a giant cobra. "Ah!" the princess screamed in terror. "A disguised cobra! Ha! It's me! And now it's too late for you to do anything." Outside, Kieft and the others were still attacking, trying to block Korra's advance. At that moment, inside the robot, the giant cobra slowly slithered toward the princess. Terrified, she fell back onto the control panel. By accident, she hit the emergency alarm button, causing the door behind the cobra to suddenly open. The cobra was thrown out of the lion robot. Just then, a Doom spaceship appeared and fired an energy beam toward them. The energy beam struck the cobra monster directly, causing it to grow larger and transform into a giant. "Watch out! Korra really is one of the Doom." "Wait, we need to rescue the princess immediately." The 4 lion robots flew in, grabbed hold of the robot, and slowly brought it safely down to the ground. Inside the cockpit, the princess regained consciousness. Kieft's voice came through the communicator. "Princess, are you safe?" "Yes, I'm safe," the princess replied. "Get ready to change into flight suits. We have to combine into Hesman for battle." In just a moment, the princess's robot sprang to its feet. The 5 lion robots soared into the sky. Ahead of them, a glowing blue energy source lit up the sky. "Everyone, get ready. I'm giving the command to combine. Now!" Kieft, Blaine, Hawk, Space, and the princess all shouted together, "Hesman!" Kieft grabbed the combination lever, pulled it out, and gave it a spin. A 5-pointed star lit up, converging its light at the center. The 5 lion robots automatically flew into the energy source in space. As they absorbed the power, each robot surged with renewed strength. 2 of the lion robots began to fold themselves in, merging to form the arms of the mighty Hesman. The other 2 lions also retracted and transformed into the legs. The section forming Hesman's legs locked into place. The head of the mighty lion robot opened, revealing Hesman's face. Kieft immediately gave the order, "Hesman, attack!" And so, the mighty robot warrior Hesman appeared, letting out a thunderous roar that echoed across the land. "Hesman!" At that moment, the giant cobra monster also landed on the ground, wielding a terrifying scythe of death in its hand. With just 2 powerful leaps, Hesman landed firmly on the ground. The cobra monster, upon seeing Hesman, immediately charged forward to attack, but Hesman skillfully dodged just in time. That scythe is dangerous. I need another strategy." Kieft pressed a button, and the power core on Hesman's chest unleashed a cross-shaped burst of lightning. The lightning bolt struck the cobra's scythe directly, shattering it into pieces with a loud blast. But almost instantly, a new scythe grew back in its place. "Ha ha! Hesman, did you really think it'd be that easy to destroy my weapon? Then I'll need a weapon of my own. Defeat him," Kieft thought, as he maneuvered Hesman to leap out of the battle zone. Hesman quickly brought both hands together, creating a flash of brilliant blue light. He pulled the light apart, and in an instant, it transformed into a powerful, glowing sword. Then Hesman leapt down, charging at the cobra monster with a flurry of attacks. The cobra swung its scythe with full force, forcing Hesman to raise his sword to block the blow. The 2 locked in a fierce struggle, neither gaining the upper hand. "Ha! Let's see who's stronger," the cobra taunted. Thinking quickly, Hesman shifted to the side, causing the scythe to miss and plunge deep into the ground. Seizing the moment, he raised his sword high and slashed down toward the monster. The cobra couldn't react in time and was struck by the surge of energy from Hesman's sword. "Here's another one for you." "Ah!" With 2 devastating slashes, the cobra's entire body was burned down to the bone. The cobra exploded into pieces. Seeing this, the Doom spaceship panicked and quickly retreated with its forces. When the Doom leader received the news, he was so furious that he coughed up blood and collapsed to the ground. "Oh, Korra, my beloved son." Then he breathed his last. The witch, enraged, hissed, If brute force won't work, then I'll use cunning. I will have my revenge." Kieft and his friends returned victorious. That night, the Lion Castle was lit up with fireworks, celebrating their triumph. The next morning, thankfully, you all were there to help. I can't imagine how much I would have regretted it otherwise, the princess said. The royal advisor added, "Next time, your highness, don't place your trust so quickly in strangers." The others playfully teased, "Don't be sad, princess. So when's the feast to celebrate you becoming queen?" "Me? Someone as inexperienced as I am could never become queen," the princess said. "I've just received wonderful news. My mother is still alive, and I've sent people to bring her home. She's the one truly worthy of being the ruler of Arras." "Hooray!" everyone cheered. At that very moment, not far from the castle, a strange coffin suddenly descended from the sky. The coffin lid flew open, and two dark figures leapt out. It was the witch and her grotesque green cat. "She's bound to pass through this road," the witch hissed. Sure enough, the sound of approaching hoofbeats echoed down the path. The witch sprang out to block the way. "Stop! Hey, old woman, don't you know this is the queen's carriage?" "Hee hee hee. Of course I know. That's exactly why I've been waiting here for a long time." The royal guards rushed forward to clear the path, but the witch pointed her staff and fired a blazing fireball. Whoosh! The soldiers were engulfed in flames, scattered, and fell to the ground in defeat. Ah! After defeating the guards, the witch dragged the queen and her maid to an abandoned house nearby. "Ha ha ha! If you want to live, stay right here!" Terrified, the queen fainted, and the witch let out a chilling laugh. "Ha ha ha! Now watch this!" She stared directly into the queen's face, her eyes glowing fiercely. A beam of light flashed, and slowly, the witch's face transformed into the queen's. Then, disguised as the queen, she lay unconscious beside the carriage from earlier. The witch didn't know that when the soldiers were attacked, a bird had already flown off with a message back to Lion Castle. The clever bird soared straight into the castle. "Hey, what is that?" "Stupid bird." "Oh, come on, how can you say that? It's such a cute bird." "Well then, if you think it's so great, try calling it." "Fine, watch this, hawk." With a sharp whistle, the bird landed right on Space's arm. "Well, pretty cool, huh? Hey, look, it has a rolled-up message tied to its leg." Moments later, "Princess, look, a bird just arrived with a letter." The princess's face lit up as she took the message and read it. "Oh, my mother is on her way. Let's go welcome her." Everyone excitedly left the castle. But when they arrived, "Oh no, mother, what happened here? Where are the royal guards?" The witch, disguised as the queen, replied, "We were ambushed by the Doom. Quickly, take me back to the castle." The princess led her mother into the castle, unaware it was the witch in disguise. "My mother has returned." "Welcome, your majesty." The royal nurse stepped forward to kiss the queen's hand, but the moment she touched it, oh my goodness, why is her majesty's hand so cold? Perhaps it's because I've just returned from a long journey," the witch replied. No one suspected a thing, except for the castle mice, who sensed the truth. Worried she might be exposed, the witch said, "Laura, your castle has too many mice. You'd better get rid of them all." The mice, angered by her words, scurried away. The princess led her mother to her room. "Let me help you pick out a beautiful outfit for the coronation." Caught up in conversation, the princess didn't notice the fake queen quietly reaching for a rope, ready to strangle her. "In a few days, we'll have the coronation ceremony. You need to wear the most elegant gown." "Humph, I need to finish her off now, before I'm exposed." Just as the witch was about to slip the rope around the princess's neck, squeak! Hearing the mouse squeak, the princess turned around. The witch quickly pretended to faint. "Huh? What's going on?" "Oh no, mother, are you all right?" "Yes. I think the long journey made me dizzy," the witch murmured. The princess gently helped her onto the bed. "Just rest, mother. I'll take care of everything." "Humph, those wretched mice. I almost got exposed because of them." Her rising anger caused one of her hands to momentarily revert to its true form, covered in sharp, clawed nails. But the princess still suspected nothing and quietly left the room. That night, the witch secretly summoned her cat. "Find those mice and get rid of them. Now!" Nearby, one of the mice whispered, "Humph, she really is an imposter queen. If only I could speak, I'd warn the princess." "Ouch! Where did this green cat come from?" "Help! Mouse family, come save me." "Meow! Heh, feeling shy now? If you're brave, come in here." The cat tried its best to squeeze into the mouse hole, but the entrance was too narrow. It stood outside, growling. Meow, meow. Suddenly, Space happened to walk by. Whoa, what is that? Startled, the green cat bolted away. Space quickly went to find the others. That's strange. Since when do cats have green fur? I swear I saw a green cat. I don't believe it. How can there be a green cat? Humph, maybe the Doom are up to something again. The friends went to inform the princess. Princess, you must be cautious. Ever since the queen returned, a green cat has appeared here. A green cat? I don't believe it. My mother would never have such a strange creature. The princess walked away after speaking, and Hawk did too. He didn't believe in the cat story either. A cat with green fur? Ha ha, Space, maybe you were dreaming? Just then, the cat appeared and leapt at Hawk. Chase it, quick! Too late, the cat had vanished. Hey, Hawk, do you believe it now? We need to find a way to catch it, Space shouted. Ah, I just thought of something. We'll use a mouse to lure it out. That's right. Then, dear little mice, please help us with this mission. The next day, la la la, meow. The little mouse darted away and the cat immediately gave chase. Suddenly, Kieft managed to throw a lasso in time. Ooh la la, hooray, we caught it! Everyone locked the cat in an iron cage, then called the princess and the queen to come. Now do you believe it, princess? Where on earth did this strange cat come from? The witch knew she was about to be exposed, so she quickly dropped a poison pill into the glass of water. Oh, don't bother worrying about that, Laura. Just drink the water, dear. But Kieft had seen her sneaky move and rushed over to snatch the glass. Wait, it's better to let the cat drink it first. The witch immediately flung the glass to the ground, shattering it. Huh? Your Majesty, why are you acting so strangely? Queen? She's not the queen. She's one of the Doom. The witch then revealed her true form. Ha ha ha! You fools were right. It's me. Then the witch grabbed the old nurse who was standing nearby. Release the cat now, or I'll kill this old woman. Princess, please, help me, the nurse cried. Laura had no choice but to agree. The witch clutched the cat and began to leave. Kieft and his friends gave chase, but she threw out an electric net to trap them. The witch flew out of the castle, trying to escape. Everyone was in distress when suddenly the eyes of the royal statue lit up, firing a beam of light that shattered the electric net. Kieft and his friends were freed, and together with the princess, rushed into the flight chamber. Quick, everyone, we have to catch her before it's too late. Just minutes later, there she is. 5 robots dropped down, crushing the witch and the cat. Boom! Suddenly, the cat transformed into a giant monster. It lifted the princess's robot high into the air, then leapt with a splash into the lake. The princess was caught off guard by the attack and fainted. Her robot slowly sank into the lake, now without anyone to control it. The cat monster rampaged freely, facing no resistance. Kieft and his friends immediately dove into the water, and so an intense underwater battle began. With help from her friends, the princess slowly regained consciousness. Everyone rushed to the shore. We need to combine into Robot Hesman. All 5 robots shot out of the water at once. By the time the cat monster leapt from the lake, they had already formed Robot Hesman, standing ready. With just 2 strikes from the blazing sword, the monster shattered into pieces. Seeing this, the witch panicked and fled. Oh no, I have to escape or I'm finished! She ran and jumped into a chest, hoping to return to Planet Doom. But without the magic cat, her powers were gone. Trapped inside, she suffocated to death. As for the people of Aris, from that day on, they lived in peace and happiness. End of episode 3.